All right, everyone, we're reading from the 12 and 12. Okay, step one. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives became unmanageable, okay? So I'll read, and then if you like, we can share, okay? Hey, Ethan. Hey, Ethan, would you like to introduce yourself? Welcome. All right. Who cares to admit complete defeat? Practically no one, of course. Every natural instinct cries out against the idea of personal powerlessness. Excuse me. It is truly awful to admit that, glass in hand, we have warped our minds into such an obsession for destructive drinking that only an act of providence can remove it from us. Okay? No other kind of bankruptcy is like this one. Alcohol now became the rapturous creditor, bleeds us of our self-sufficiency and will all will to resist its demands. Once this stark fact is accepted, our bankruptcy as going human concerns is complete. But upon entering AA, we soon take quite another view of this absolute humiliation. We perceive that only through utter defeat we are able to take our first steps towards liberation and strength. Our admission of personal powerlessness finally turned out to be firm bedrock upon which happy and purposeful lives may be built. I hope you feel power in that. Understanding that, admitting that you are weak, I am weak, that we can overcome this disease just with our 12-step program alone. We know that little good can come to any alcoholic who joins AA, unless he has first accepted his devastating weakness and all its consequences. Until he humbles himself, his sobriety, if any, will be precarious. Of real happiness, he will find none at all. Proved beyond doubt by an immense experience, this is one of the facts of AA life. Remember, if you don't have your books, I'm reading out of the 12 and 12. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad you're here once again. Again, afterwards, we'll have a couple minutes in sharing. So we'll give you a chance. If you need to go to the bathroom, please go to the bathroom. You don't need to ask me. All right? And thank you for coming, everybody. The principle: we all shall find no enduring strength until we first admit complete defeat is the main taproot from which our whole society has sprung and flowered. When first challenged to admit defeat, most of us revolted. We had approached AA expecting to be taught self-confidence. Then we had been told that so far as alcohol is concerned, self-confidence was no good whatever. In fact, it was a total liability. Our sponsors declared that we were the victims of a mental obsession so subtly powerful that no amount of human willpower could break it. No amount of human willpower can break this disease. We need each other. We need our groups. We need step work. There was, they said, no such thing as personal conquest of this compulsion by the unaided will. Relentlessly deepening our dilemma, our sponsors pointed out our increasing sensitivity to alcohol, an allergy, they called it. The tyrant alcohol wielded a double-edged sword over us. First, we were smitten by an insane urge that condemned us to go on drinking, and then by an allergy of the body that ensued, we would ultimately destroy ourselves in the process. Few indeed were those who assailed had ever won through in single-handed combat. It was a statistical fact that alcoholics almost never recovered on their own resources. And this had been true, apparently, ever since man had first crushed grapes. Yikes. Ever since man first crushed grapes, we were going to be at a disadvantage against this disease. I'll keep reading. Please, if anybody chooses to read or want to read, just let me know. I'm willing to let you read and share the floor. In AA's pioneering time, none but the most desperate cases could swallow and digest this unpalatable truth. Even these last graspers often had difficulty in realizing how hopeless they actually were. But a few did, and when they laid hold of AA principles with all fervor, with which the drowning seas life preservers, they almost invariably got well. That is why the first edition of the book, Alcoholics Anonymous, published when our membership was small, dealt with low bottom cases only. Many less desperate alcoholics tried AA, but did not succeed because they could not make the admission of hopelessness. If I can tell anybody, these are one of the tools that saved my life. Admitting that we are powerless against our own disease, admitting that we have no strength against this. This is bigger than us. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than me. This is going to take all of us. This is going to take you calling me calling you, me calling my sponsor, you calling me as your sponsor. I can't tell you how much this disease has crippled people. It's taking their lives away. Day by day, month by month, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And some never come back from it. But you can come back from this. It is a tremendous satisfaction to record that in following years, this changed. Alcoholics who still had their health, their families, their jobs, and even 2 cars in the garage began to recognize their alcoholism. As this trend grew, they were joined by young people who were scarcely more than potential alcoholics. They were spared that last 10 or 15 years of literal hell the rest of us had gone through. Since step 1 requires an admission that our lives have become unmanageable, how could people such as take this step? It was obviously necessary to raise the bottom the rest of us had to hit to a point where it would hit them. I was once like you. Okay? I was once like you. knows what I would do for a drink. But I had to think about those in front of me. I had to think. I had to think about others. I had to think about my family. Ah, boy. By going back in our own drinking histories, we could show that years before we realized it, we were out of control, that our drinking, even then, was no mere habit, that it was indeed the beginning of a fatal progression. To the doubters, we could say perhaps you're not an alcoholic after all. Why don't you try some more controlled drinking, bearing in mind, meanwhile, what we have told you about alcoholism? The attitude brought immediate and practical results. It was then discovered that when one alcoholic had planted in the mind of another the true nature of his malady, that person could never be the same again. Following every spree, he would say to himself, maybe those AAs were right. After a few experiences, often years before the onset of extreme difficulties, he would return to us, convinced he hit bottom as truly as any of us. John Barleycorn himself had become our best advocate. Why all this insistence that every AA must hit rock bottom first? The answer is that a few people will sincerely try to practice the AA program unless they have hit bottom. For practicing AA's remaining 11 steps means the adoption of attitudes and actions that almost no alcoholic who is still drinking can dream of taking, who wishes to be rigorously honest and tolerant, who wants to confess his faults to another and make restitution for harm done, who cares anything about higher power, let alone meditation and prayer, who wants to sacrifice time and energy in trying to carry AA's message to the next sufferer. No, the average alcoholic, self-centered in the extreme, doesn't care for this prospect unless he has to do these things in order to stay alive himself. Under the lash of alcohol, we are driven to AA, and there we discover the fatal nature of our situation. Then, and only then, do we become as open-minded to conviction and as willing to listen as the dying can be. We stand ready to do anything which will lift merciless obsession from us. And that was the reading for today's group. If anybody would like to share, please. Being that we have about, how many people? We have 26 people. We only have 30 minutes. We ask that you keep your shares to 2 minutes. Okay? I'll start off and I'll go around the room. My name is Ethan. I'm an alcoholic, but thanks to this program, I'm a former alcoholic. A lot of you don't know, I spent years trying to clean up my act, and I thought I could beat it all. A lot of people don't know that admitting the first step is the way out. Half of the time, I'm learning we don't get very far is because our ego won't allow us. Not until we're vomiting our brains out in the middle of an alley, getting jumped. That was me. Scar to prove it. One day I went inside of a bar thinking I was going to take it easy for that night. A couple of guys challenged me to a game. And I lost, and it almost cost me my health, let alone my life. That's right, because I couldn't stop. I wanted to win. I wanted to drink as many drinks as possible. I still don't know what I said. I still don't know what I did, but all I know is I was taken advantage of because I decided to go out and be stupid. I wanted to drink. I wanted to be that guy. Now, luckily, these guys didn't steal from me, but they could have. But what did they rather do? They'd rather beat me up. And after I woke up in the hospital with several stitches to show for it, a gash in the head, a migraine for days, and a very mild concussion, I realized maybe next time I won't be so fortunate. And that was the last drink I ever had. Thank you. It's time. I can't go on any longer. I promised 2 minutes, and 2 minutes is here. So I'm going to let others share. Who else would like to share? Carter? Okay, thank you. Remember, we only have 2 minutes to share, so please, if you can keep your shares to less than 2 minutes. And if you would really like to share and have a very huge need to share, but we couldn't get to you, please let somebody know and we can stay after in the parking lot conversation, okay? All right, thank you.